Thank you, Asta. I'd like to invite the people in the back to please take the seats here. There are quite a few empty. If you're tired of standing up, please. There are about 10 or 12 seats in the front. Please. As the publisher of, as a representative of Himal Books, I'd like to invite you all here again, as Asta has already done. I'm also the editor, the commissioning editor, the book editor, everything of Himal Books for the English part. When Kanak first mentioned the manuscript to me, he was quite tentative in his approach. He was not sure whether I would be willing to accept his manuscript, mainly because the past two manuscripts that he had recommended I had to reject for various reasons. But in this case, because it was something that he had written himself, I instinctively said yes, without even having looked at it. That's mainly because, having known Kanak for the past 2 decades or so, he always has very interesting things to say. And he says it very well too. And as a book editor, one always worries about the quality of writing, and in Kanak's case at least, one does not have to worry about that aspect at least. For those of you who followed his work over the years, especially beginning with his days as editor of the old Himal, you will have seen that he has always been at the cutting edge of various issues. One can think of the early 90s when the Himal did cover stories on issues such as ethnicity, the rising trend of ethnic politics, and long before people had even begun to talk about what is happening in the Madhes. Himal had already done a cover story back in the early 90s on the Tara itself. So in that sense, Kanak always has displayed an uncanny knack for understanding the pulse of certain sections of the people. In this book also, those of you who hopefully as publisher you will be buying the book, Kanak does not mince his words at all. This is not a book that you might call politically correct. There is no, on the one hand, on the other hand, business in the book. He says it straight. And of course, like, not everyone has to agree with him. I certainly don't agree with many of the things that he says in the book. If I did, then the world would be a very boring place. But then this is certainly a book that would make people think about the various issues that Nepal as a state-owned society is facing. I just wanted to end with something. While thinking about what to say about the book itself, I was reminded of Harry Truman, who wondered aloud whether there was any one-handed economist, because all the advice he was getting from the economists around him was on the one hand and the other hand. What I can say is that if Kanak had been an economist and had lived 60 years ago, he certainly would have been hired by Harry Truman. With that, I'd like to end my words. Thank you.